Thank you all. It's recording now. Thank you all so much for joining. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a good one. I They are trying to stop our shine, but they can't do that. Okay. So anyway, today it is called Stepping Boldly into 2025. I say I'm alive in 2025. I say I'm alive and I'm a thrive in 2025. As we know, some people did not make it over. They didn't cross over, but we did. Okay. So before we get started, I want everybody to briefly introduce yourself. If Jessica and Shanna, or Shauna, I'm sorry, why would I say Shanna? I know her name is Shauna. They have been here before. Daniela, she is a friend. I miss her. I always say I miss her when I see her. She is going to be joining us regularly in these sessions, just assisting and participating as much as possible. Destiny, would you go ahead and introduce yourself to us, Destiny? If you could type something, or just let us know where you are from in the comments. How did you find us? If are you in our Facebook group or anything like that? I'm not even home. I'm at my sister's. I understand. Okay, and that's fine. But Miss Daniela, go ahead while Destiny is typing. Hopefully, go ahead and show us yourself if you can. But if you can't, just let us know a little bit about you.
Hi, I didn't know it was being recorded, so I'm not like ready,
I
if that
got
makes
you.
sense. Okay. I'm Daniela. I'm from Haiti. Originally, me and John have been knowing each other for years now, and she invited me. So, yeah, I'm excited to get to know you guys and spend some time praying and worshiping. So, that's all I'll say.
Awesome. Okay, and Shauna, have you met Jessica, right? Shauna?
No,
Oh,
I
y'all
haven't.
haven't? Oh, wow. Okay, well, just introduce yourself. I guess we're doing this all over again.
Okay, so I'm Shauna White. I'm from upstate New York, so I'm a couple hours north of the city. And what else shall I say about myself? You didn't give us a bulleted list.
It doesn't have to be anything big. It doesn't have to be nothing big. We're going to learn more about each other throughout this session.
Okay, that's it then.
Okay, and Jessica, you got those benefits, don't you? I just heard that the people from the military are set. Look, I think I chose the wrong profession. She said, this lady, I met her this weekend. I'm sorry. She was just buying all these lottery tickets, and I'm wondering where she got all this money from. But she said only after 4 years she got disability, and it's not even taxed, right?
Correct.
Set. I'm sorry, I did a little introduction for Jessica. Introduce yourself.
So I'm Jessica, and I'm from Florida. I served in the U.S. Army for over 23 years.
Wow.
Wow.
That is amazing. Look, you better get your benefits. Come on. Okay. And I don't even know what I'm doing. I got one earring in. I don't care. My name is Jonna. I am the host. Listen, I feel like I'm working a job. I need to be getting paid for that relationship advice for women group. I really do. Just for running it. Okay. I love growing groups. I enjoy networking. I love empowering people. I love to let people know the power that is already within them. But people just need that help. People need somebody to help pull the greatness out of them. And that's what I believe I'm here to do. And so anyway, this year is about stepping boldly into our purpose and embracing progress, not perfection. But tonight we'll be focusing on using what we already have to create breakthroughs in our lives. It's kind of it's the same thing that we usually do, but just in a different twist. And so the first icebreaker, go ahead.
So Destiny put in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. My name is Destiny, and I'm from Bowie, Maryland. I was searching for relationship group coaching. I usually join other sessions on Eventbrite as well, and it gives me a lot of information from different sources. So
Oh, so you joined us from Eventbrite as well. Okay. That's what's up. Okay.
you are
Nice.
a company of two relationship coaches here, Destiny, Jonna and myself, for whatever. But I think we're doing something else right now tonight.
Yeah, I feel like I coach on all aspects of life. I think that we all can. It's just like, because when people talk to you about relationships, they have relationship like their business relationship, their relationship with their parents, relationship with their children. There are people who they like, there was this one lady, she didn't know, but this one girl in the group, she was asking about something with her parents or something like this. And the lady, she's a therapist. I told her she wanted to make suggestions. I said, feel free if you want to help people, do what you do. This one girl, she posted about something was going on with her grandparents. And she said, this group is not about that. I'm sorry, but what's going on? This group is not about that. It's about romantic relationships. um I didn't say anything directly to her, but I just acknowledged the person who had an issue with her grandparents, and I responded to her. Because I don't, people are in the group for their own different reasons. That one therapist may only be able to help you with relationships, romantically, but with me, it's like, if your relationships with your grandparents or your parents are off, it's going to affect your romantic relationship. It's going to affect how you treat your partner or what your partner receives from you. But I never want anyone to feel like, what I mean? That's why I need to have somebody correct stuff that I don't want to correct. Like, but anyway, so yeah, we're both, Shanna's a life coach too. I don't know why. She just calls herself a relationship coach. She can coach you in every area. Her business, because she's a entrepreneur. She just has you do a specific, like she does something very niche. What do you do? It's very specific what you do, and you have to repeat it every time.
Uh, I specifically help people with creating heartfelt intimacy that flows naturally, and that what I help people with that blocks that is anxious avoidant communication dynamics or control dynamics, because it's everybody controls by accident. You don't you I work with people who actually don't want to control, but they're looking
Yeah.
for how do they get out of it. So if the communication dynamics are causing one partner to shut down or both partners to shut down or get defensive, I can help people decode that so that they can be on the same page and communicate in a way that flows naturally, and so that the intimacy can flow naturally again.
Mhm. Somebody's trying to join, but I don't trust it.
Mhm.
Um, I just don't trust it at this point. But anyway, because everybody should have a regular Google face picture on here. But anyway, thank you for sharing that. And thank you so much, Destiny, for joining us. I really wish I could see you because I saw you before. You were really pretty. Um, okay, so the next thing we will start to do is like a little icebreaker activity. Um, and each participant is going to share one word or phrase that they want to define their 2025 with, like fearless growth, whatever you want this year to be about. Daniela, can you go ahead and start? One word you want to uh, define this year, 2025?
Growth and success. Two
You
words.
said growth.
And success.
Okay.
Yeah.
Growth and success. Okay.
Mhm.
So success. Okay. And Shauna, what about you?
I really want divinely inspired impact.
Okay. We got 3 words here. Growth and success, the first one. Divinely inspired impact. That's good. Okay. What about you, Miss Jessica?
Wisdom.
That's good.
I got a
Uh,
lot of gray hairs, but not enough. So, wisdom.
I'm going to go with courage. I'm going to go with courage. And I want to know why you chose the word you chose. Daniela, why did you choose growth and success?
Because I think I'm in a place in my life where I should be. Maybe it's me putting that pressure on myself that I should be further, and I should just, there should be more. And I also feel there's more to life. God is asking more of me, and I want to do more. I want to be more. So when it comes to whether it is career, spirituality, in every way possible,
Mhm.
growth and be living where God want and the purpose of God where He want me to be, and growing in Him and not just existing. I want to live in
Okay.
my purpose and growing and fulfilling what He called me to be, because what He want me to do. Because yeah, I don't want to be at the end of my life and it's like you didn't do nothing.
Mm.
You
Mm.
just made it to heaven and that's it. And nothing was
Yeah.
accomplished. I don't want that. So I want to,
Mm.
so that's where the success and the growth of truly living in my purpose and doing what God called me to do, and maybe even discovering that purpose and just live in it and make God proud to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It does. You're ready to. You don't want to die full. You don't want to die full. You want to die
Pretty
empty.
much, exactly.
Right. And so, Ms. Shauna, why did you choose the word you chose? You said this divinely inspired impact.
Yes. Um, I've been working for a number of decades a, uh, on a spiritual project
Mhm.
that would express itself in the form of a book, not my book, but I may be credited as a co-author. We'll see. And that connects with my relationship coaching also, and I feel like both of those are on the edge of blossoming.
Mhm.
And the reason that I said divinely inspired impact is because I really want to stay true to inspiration in each moment, so that I don't uh, what's the word, cloud the glory of what the divine wants to express through me. That it's,
Yeah.
I feel like it's time, and I want to walk a straight path.
Mhm. I want to meet you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're always like intentional. Like you're always you're so like focused on like God leading your life. Like I see that every single time I see you. It never changes. Like you're just and you're so you are just so comfortable in that.
Hmm.
Like and I appreciate you saying that. Jessica,
Thank
why'd you
you.
choose wisdom?
Much like Abraham and Solomon, because Abraham didn't stagger in his trust with God. And then Solomon asked for wisdom from the Lord.
Hmm.
And in his search for wisdom, he said nothing mattered except for his relationship with God. So I am looking at both men and I'm seeing that with not staggering and with having that wisdom, I can achieve my goal of pushing, because like we talked about before, I'm doing the devotional and I'm continuing on the devotional. So we started the devotional back in 2016, me and my father. And
Hmm.
then when I started working for the VA, um, I continued that devotional with some other young ladies that worked for the VA. And now that has exploded into 27 people. And
Wow.
so, yeah, exactly. So it's
You have a
been
group.
right, exactly. So it's been instrumental not only to me, but to them, with seeing their prayers being answered, with seeing the outcome of what they have been pushing to get their relationship closer to God, and, seeing them blossom in the ministry. And with being a preacher's kid, it's something that I've always wanted to do, which was to be closer to God in my relationship and in my walk, because I know that a woman who walks with God will always reach her destination.
I believe that. Wow, I want to go ahead and give you a hand clap. Congratulations. No, seriously. To lead,
Thank
like to
you.
just start a devotional and people like the devotional and
Yes.
y'all are continuing in that. That's
Yes.
not something that's small.
Yes.
Your whole story is very inspirational. Like even when you use the word wisdom, I'm just like the fact that you chose a path that set you up for life.
Yes.
I mean, it's just that right there is wisdom.
Yes.
That's wisdom. It's wisdom. It's not fun. That's
Mm-mm.
wisdom.
It's not, because waking up at 5:30 in the morning, believe me.
Yes.
But you know
And
what I said? I'll
mhm,
tell you what I told the girls and my father. Does the devil wake up daily? Yes. Does the devil wake up his drug lords and his pimps and his girls daily? Yes.
he don't let them sleep.
Okay. So if they are on the corner slinging for their devil, I'm going to
Okay.
be slinging for my
Come
Lord
on.
every single day. Every single day. Yes,
I
ma'am.
love that. That's wisdom. It's
Yes.
destiny. Are you able to give us a word that you plan to lead with in 2025 that will define your 2025? Are you able to take your phone off mute? Can you do that? Because I know you said your video. She said bravery and confidence. Can you take your phone off mute at least? Let's see. Oh, is she okay? Why did you? Are you able to type? You said I'm with my niece. That's the only reason why I'm staying on mute. Okay, okay. Um, that's fine. Can you tell us why you chose bravery and confidence? And while you're typing that in, I will say, I chose courage in it, and I definitely have to be courageous. There was this post I created today. Like I was just so I don't know. I was just like I at first I was just through earlier today, but then I just got this laughter in my spirit. And I was just like stuff was just so funny. I was thinking about it. And then I would put it on Facebook. Like I would just think about it. And just I wanted to make people laugh. I saw something that was literally hilarious. On Facebook. I saw it and I knew it didn't make any sense. But it was so funny. It was so dumb, but it didn't make any sense. And it said, I will just put it out here in 2025, who born in the 90s will be in their 40s. That literally doesn't make any sense. And so because nobody who's born in the 90s is gonna be the 40 in there. But the way that I read it on Facebook, somebody wrote it and it got like over 900 something likes. And something I'm doing, I'm being courageous because I'm learning how to stop reinventing the wheel. And what does that mean? Like as a content creator, I mean, Shauna, you're on Facebook. You're going to be a content creator. I don't know. I know Danielle is. I don't know if Miss Jessica is, but she on Facebook, and so you
Mhm.
can monetize those things. And so you just
Mhm.
wonder what gets people engaging. And so that post, I was like, let me just see if people will engage with it, and they engage with it in two different groups. Um, No, that one they just laughed at. I was like, okay, so I was laughing too. There was this one guy, he said something that was so, so, so funny. It was hilarious. Um, he said, I blame It was, I mean, you gotta read it. It was funny to me. He said, "I blame President Bush's no child left behind policy." It was funny. It was just funny. It's like, you gotta read it, and then, but I was cracking up. But I put some other stuff out there, like I don't curse, but I think Daniela saw it. I said, what did I say? I said, don't you just hate it when you wrote a whole essay cussing someone out under their post just to find out they blocked you? That was just so funny to me. Like, you done typed all that up and then you press enter and it said post not found. I don't even curse, but like it's just something that came to my mind. I was like, that is so funny. I'm going to share it. And then I shared it to different groups, right? Just like there is one called ATL culture. It's another one called guest speakers. The audiences are so different and the way they responded so different. Other one, they like the guest speakers more stuck up. ATL culture laughed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so I know nothing's wrong with me, but those things that you put out there, a certain group of people, because you said it, they want to act like they don't get it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody else said it, they would get it. And so in those times, God likes me. He actually does. He likes my personality. And that's one thing that he let me know. Just because you put something out there and people don't like it, it doesn't mean that I don't like it. And he also said, just because you put stuff out there and a lot of people do like it doesn't mean that I like it. And so, you know what I mean? So don't and what he's doing right now is he is killing me. He's killing my flesh.
Hmm.
He's killing my flesh so that I won't do things for the approval of men. And people that, there are people who get you. There are people who don't get you. He will tell you to say something for you to say it, and literally no one will understand it. Then why did you tell me to say this? You know? And it wasn't for other people to understand it. It was for you to be obedient and for you to be okay when God is telling you to do something and other people may not agree. It's to kill that approval of men. And so, anyway, there was a post I ended up deleting because people were trying to act like they didn't understand what I was saying, even though I knew I shouldn't have deleted it because I said it for a reason. And I'm just going to go into it real quick. It was, but anyway, I did repost it. I just turned off the comments this time. So now you see it, but I don't have time for you going back and forth. But anyway, so what did I say? What did I say? I said, oh, I even posted on my own page. It's just so interesting how people respond to you on your page versus how they respond to you in Facebook groups. That means if you get to know me, you'll respond differently. But if you stay on the outside, you won't. But I'm just gonna say this to wrap up what I'm talking about as far as courage. And I said, I just wanna say to all these 21-year-old business coaches, LOL, we know how y'all getting this money. We wasn't born yesterday. Now, believe it or not, the Lord leads me to talk in a certain way because of the people that I'm reaching, right? Then people wanted to talk about, they understood what I said. You want me to tell you how I know? Because they say it in their heart when they're looking at people with all these flashy cars. They're like, what they do to get that? But when I said it, 21-year-olds, I know a lot of young people who did X, Y, and Z. I know a lot. Don't knock them. That's not what I'm saying. You didn't even ask me why I said it. It seems like you're projecting. I am. Because I was that 18-year-old who wanted to have a sugar daddy to fund stuff and pretend like I was getting it. That's the message that God puts in my heart. Because while you're using his money to make it seem like you're better than you really are, he doesn't respect you. People see the fakeness. And you're talking about you're going to coach somebody to get where you got. How? unless you're gonna say, well, just open your legs.
Mm.
Mm.
Are you going to coach? Are you going to tell people to you can be a rapper? I was a rapper. You know, I can coach rap artists how to make it. How? You going to tell them to sell drugs to support the business? And
Mm.
that was where I was coming from. I was coming from that angle. A lot of where are you getting money at 21 years old? Where are you getting money from at 18 years old? I'm not saying it's impossible. But people will try to shut you out because they want to focus on a narrative that you're not saying. And it will cause you, it will cause you to, like I did, delete the post.
Mm. Mm.
But I had to repost it in obedience because my audience
Mm.
is waiting for me to speak to them. They're waiting for me to speak. And as many people who were saying something against what I was saying, there were a lot of people who were looking at it and feeling convicted.
Mhm.
So, courage. I pray that God give me holy boldness this year, that fear is non existent as
Mhm.
far as doing what the Lord has told me to do, because
Mhm.
fear will cause you to be disobedient. It will cause you to be disobedient. I know I went in on that, but I felt like I needed to. So Miss Jessica, she chose bravery and confidence.
Mm-mm.
And she said, no, not
No,
Jessica,
that
Miss
was
Destiny.
Destiny.
Miss Destiny Rosero. She chose bravery and confidence. And she said in 2024, she lacked confidence, which led her to missing out on so many things. And during tough or scary situations, she would break down instead of pushing through. Yeah, that's good. Confidence. Confidence. You know, even you being on this call right now, you're still participating by typing. I don't know what anybody else was thinking, but I know Shauna, she sees a lot, like she sees a lot in the little that you will say. So before, I'm pretty sure when she saw you said bravery and confidence is something you want to focus on. What did you think about Miss Shauna?
Well, I see it. I see things in a little bit more. So I appreciate her.
I told you. She
I,
always sees extra.
I appreciate her destiny or elaboration. In 2024, I lacked confidence, which led me to missing out. I know you read this out loud, but I'm reconnecting with it. I lacked confidence, which led to me missing out on so many things. And during tough or scary situations, I would break down instead of pushing through. And so, well, I mean, it is what it says, right?
Yeah.
But I appreciate, Destiny, that you are that you're looking to grow through your boundaries or your limitations that you felt with those things. And I have certainly experienced that myself, also in my journey of how do I hold a space for what I want to create and for what God wants to create through me. And I've run up against the same sorts of challenges that you were talking about, Jonna, about having the courage to say something that's not popular,
Yeah.
or Destiny having the courage, the confidence, and the bravery to keep pushing through what you're facing to get to the other side. I am curious if what you're talking about has to do with relationships, what you would call relationships. And John, you're absolutely right that everything is a relationship and all relationships count, because it's all about learning how to be yourself in relationship with other, and how do you maintain balance and also feel and connect and interact with, engage, merge with whatever depth of engagement you're going to experience with somebody else. How do you do that without losing yourself? How do you engage with your audience without without
No, this
Um,
is Miss Constance, I think. I think I know this person. They just joined. I didn't admit anybody in here. So if it's up here, they should be on the list. I hope so. I hope so. Keep going.
okay. Um, it's the balance of knowing yourself while feeling other, um, or knowing what God has put in you, right? To say, for instance, to use your example, Jonna,
Mhm.
and trusting that connection, that conviction in the core of your being, um, even though you might not understand what plays out relationally initially. Anyway, I would want to know more about what Destiny's challenges are to really be
Me
able to
too.
deeply to
Me
them.
too. Who is 407? We ask that you at least introduce yourself, state your name in order to stay in the call.
Hi, this is Joyette Master. I just found you guys on the group.
Okay, we're
I
glad
just
you're a
sent you a
real person.
message.
We're
I just sent you a
glad.
message.
Thank you so much. Look, we had an interesting start. Okay, so as long as we heard your voice, look, as long as we heard your voice, I was a little scared, but
Oh,
please, once
okay. I'm
again,
sorry.
no, you're fine. Please introduce yourself. What's your name? Where are you from? Where did you find this invitation?
Hi, my name is Joyette Master, and I found you guys in the group. I was just so happy just scrolling and found you all, and I just wanted to see what everything was all about. That's all.
Okay, you found us in the group. You were scrolling. You just want to see what we're talking about. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
empowering women to level up. That's the group.
Empower we
Sorry.
we empower women to level up. Okay.
Yes.
So who is next? So everybody went. We're doing an activity right now. You just introduce yourself, and so we're asking about what word are you going to define for your 2025, and why did you say that word, or why did you give that word? Give us one word to define your 2025, and then let us know why you chose that word. Are we answering?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here. Hold on one second. I wrote it down. Hold on one second.
Oh, you wrote it down. Can you spell out your name again?
I think it was Juliet Master.
Oh,
Joyette.
she said Juliet. Okay. Because I'm just writing your name down, and then I'm gonna write whatever your word is next to it.
Mine was worthy and purpose. So just knowing
Worthy
my
and
worth.
purpose. Okay.
Yeah, just knowing, just continue to know my worth and what I'm worthy of, and walking in my purpose this year.
Okay. And why did you choose that word?
I'm a graphic and web designer, and I help small businesses um, just kind of level up. That's why I kind of got into the group, and I just noticed, a lot of um, women are business owners, entrepreneurs, don't want to pay for the services that you give or you provide. So through the years, and I've been graphic web design for over 20 years, and just through the years, it's just been difficult for me because I always want to help, give, and I'm just to the point where I have to get paid what I'm worth, and I know I'm worthy of the services that I provide. I do really
Amen.
good work,
Okay.
and so I just need to know that within that I'm worthy of it and feel confident when I give that invoice to say, hey, I've done the work and I did darn good.
Mhm.
And you got to pay what I'm worth.
Come on.
So, just
That was
standing in
good.
that and just standing in my purpose that God has given me.
Wow. That was good because I recognized that, like, my first coaching client was actually a man. My first paid coaching client was a man. And he was ready to pay. And so I feel you on that one. And so we're going to go into a reflections activity. It's called What is in My Hands. Um and so we want to talk about the skills and strengths and resources that you all already have. Okay. So think about that. The skills, the strengths, the resources. What do I already have? Listen, I told Daniela what she already had the other day, but she's like, anyway, I don't want to spoil it. But let's start with Miss Destiny. Be thinking of it. Destiny, go ahead and put your answer in the comments. What's in your hands? What skills, strengths, or resources do you already have? Think about that. And then Miss Jessica, can you go ahead and say it?
So, as a human resources NCO and senior NCO, my strength, as well as a truck driver for the U.S. Army, my strength was getting in that truck and commanding the respect of the soldiers. And really, because of my work ethic, I didn't have to do or say much because they already knew how I worked. So they knew what I needed before I said anything. So my skills were in my work ethic. My skills were in the respect that I gave. My skills were in the respect that I earned because
Okay.
of the rank that I held and the position that I held and how I carried myself. And I guess you could say, because of the godly woman that I was and am, they still call me to this day. And I've been retired for almost 2 years coming up in May.
Wow. Look at you. So, so let me write. What do you already have? You have respect. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Yes. Yes,
respect
you do.
is a big thing for me because being a woman in a man's world,
Yes.
you need that respect. Yes.
Yeah.
And work ethic.
Yes. You already have respect on. You are. Look, I'm just surrounded by some powerhouses. Um. Okay, and then you, Miss Shauna, what's already in your hands?
Um, empathy.
Hmm. Empathy.
Empathy. Would you like more?
Yeah. I just want you to kind of explain.
uh,
What like no, that's fine. We'll get into the next part later.
no,
If you don't want to add more right now, you don't have to.
I can. It doesn't matter.
Okay, go ahead. Add more.
Okay. Um, so empathy and discernment. There we go.
Mm,
I can explain what it means, but that might be what comes next.
yeah, you're definitely discerning. You definitely are. Daniela.
Yes.
What is
Um,
already in your hands? What's your strength? What's your skills? What are you
my
good at?
strength is I can talk. I don't mean a little.
Oh,
I mean I can talk. I can really talk. That's
okay.
in so many ways. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I talk too much. But my mom, my family, all the time, they always say, yeah, you can talk, but you need to do it somewhere outside of just us talking our ears off. You need to talk to people that people that can, do something instead of you just talking to us our ears off. So I'll say one of my
Wow.
strengths is definitely talking. I can talk. Nervous, not nervous. I can just talk. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. I'm glad you shared that because we're gonna go in. So, Destiny, she said she's great at comprehending things. Okay, I want to see you. You just done made me very interested in the mystery that you're presenting tonight. Um, it's just your response to them is the error. That is the error. You're great at comprehending things, but your response is an error. I want to know what you mean about that. I don't care if your niece is in the background. If you would come off mute, we all have. Well, most of us have children, so we don't care if your niece is in the background. But I just want to know, like, what does that mean? Since she can't explain that, What does that mean to you all? I'm great at comprehending things. It's just my response to them is the error.
I think it possibly connects to what you was saying about bravery and confidence earlier.
Okay, okay.
Somehow she gets, somehow there's some internal dialogue that complicates things and makes it hard for her to just speak to what she sees. So apparently, Destiny says she sees clearly, but to follow through and stand in the clarity that she has is a challenge.
Okay. And even when you said that, it sounds like she's saying, I understand what you're saying. I just don't know how to explain what you said. That's what it sounds like to me. Um, but Miss Juliet, what is something that's in your hands? I know you said don't say graphic designer again. You said I know you said that. But what is something that you're good at, that you're gifted at, that you're skilled at, a strength? But you know what? If you do want to talk more about your graphic designer, you can. So don't let me stop you. It's
Oh,
not a
okay.
big.
I think for me, all of my clients that I've worked with, even my team, and my other business that I have, it's just my passion for stuff and the ability to actually explain stuff. Like I have patience.
Mhm.
Not all the time for like my mom and my mother-in-law, but for everybody else, I have patience and I explain stuff to them for them to understand how to operate their business once I'm finished with the work that I've done for them. So I hear that a
Okay.
lot, and I think that's what's in my hand.
Oh, because of how patient you are with actually trying to get the design. You don't just cut corners.
Right, and I also my thing is I was a customer before before I started this business, and so for me, I always want to make sure that when I'm finished with the work, they understand. Like even with a website, they know how to go in and, um, make updates and all that kind of stuff. And I know some people like, "Girl, you cutting out your money," but at the end of the day, I was that client, and I wanted to know, how to fix my own stuff so I'm not waiting for my graphic designer, my web designer to come and fix something for me. So I do my best, and not everybody understanding they rather pay me how to fix something. But at the end of the day, that's part of my fee. I make sure I take an hour. Usually it's more than an hour, but I take an hour out just to explain everything to them and how to work and how to use their websites and stuff.
Okay, I would love to see what your graphics look like. I wonder if you just so people can see what you're at, how what you actually put into it. I know some person said that you can time lapse your work that you do on the computer. Have you ever heard about that?
I have not done that though.
Yeah. So like
I
you can
need to
just be
figure that
yeah.
out.
Yeah, you can have a camera looking at you while you're doing it, and then you can also on the
Mhm.
screen time lapse the whole process. Because I know some people were talking about how are we going to know the difference between AI and now that people
Right.
who actually do and they said time lapse it. So that would
Um,
be interesting for someone to see. I'm
that
in
would
Shauna.
be.
Yeah, it
And see,
would. I could.
I'm an introvert, believe it or not. I'm an introvert and I'm really shy. And so I'm the person that'll do the stuff behind the scene and not be in the front. But now I'm trying to be more in the front and be, the brand, the face of my brand. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
change. But yeah, that would be interesting for me to be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm an introvert too. Look, believe it or not, I'm serious. I really am an introvert. I'm not. I really am seriously. But
Yeah, I'm a serious introvert, extremely introverted. I talk a lot, but it's like with people which is why my family is always like, you need to talk to people and share because once I know you and I'm cool, then yes, I will not stop talking. But you put me in a room with people and it's like I'm in the background and be like, who's this person? Who are you? When did you transition into this person that don't talk to no? It's like, oh my gosh, she's so shy, she's so whatever, and everybody else is around. It's like, who? Danny? No way. No, she's not. No, she's not. She's just introverted. So yeah.
Okay.
I get it. Yeah.
Cool. And so the purpose of this exercise was to shift the focus from limitations to possibilities. So, Jessica, I want to know, how do you currently use the respect and the work ethic that's in your hands for your benefit?
So I actually use it in a couple of different ways. I use it for the devotional because when I work with the devotional side, I command the respect through organizing how I'm going to work everything out with order and structure. Then it's the same thing with working for the VA as a VSR because I do everything dress right, dress. And then again, it goes into the work ethic because I know I have to get a certain amount of claims done throughout the day. So I want to make sure that that is done in a particular order as well. Same thing for when I talk to my coworkers and my coaches or my supervisors. I talk to them in a specific kind of way where I command the respect. So respect is given and respect is earned.
Mm. Like, you're commanding it right now. I'm like, she don't play no games. Whew. Look, I was like, she probably don't rope me up at work already, and I ain't even work there. Look, okay, but no, I
I
love
would
it.
talk to you first. I would pull you to the side and talk to you first.
I know. Look,
I wouldn't
that's
just
good.
write you up. I wouldn't just wite you up.
I know. I know how it go. I get those verbal coachings. Got one today. Anyway, I need you in my life. I do, especially the order. Like the order.
Mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
goodness, I'm surprised you haven't started like a not doing it yourself, but a cleaning business or organizational, business. Not that you're doing it yourself, because you seem like the person who know how to tell the people how to do it. But yeah. And I don't think I would want you to do mine. Look, I'll be scared. Like I
No, I actually have a landscaping business and it's the
Oh,
same
okay.
way. So I do the same thing, dress right dress. I make sure the paperwork is good to go. I make sure that all the clients are good to go. I speak to them, respectfully and, command respect and give respect. So, respect is given and respect is earned.
Awesome. That's great.
Mhm.
I'm so glad to be in your presence. So, Miss Shauna, how do you use empathy for your benefit?
So empathy allows me to feel what. So let's see. I used to be really in my head, and through my journey of trying to understand how to be comfortable in my own skin, and the way in which I found to do that was through finding what it meant to connect with God inside the core of my being, which is why I'm so single-minded about it, because not being connected to that is excruciating. The self-consciousness is really terrible. And so as I went deeper in feeling the energy of that connection inside and breaking down my ideas, I started to develop more sensitivity to the energy of other people as well. So now when I work, when I give someone my attention in with intention, which might be in the context of relationship coaching, or it might be in the context of a friendship or any other thing that feels natural. I'm not just listening for people's words. I'm also looking to feel. I not look to feel, but the process of trying to understand them comes with feeling. Now, it's really interesting because I have a hard time with destiny because I don't have any. It's like the police dog. They give the dog a rag with a smell on it, and then the dog can go find the smell, right? So I feel like I don't have any smell with with destiny, because I don't see anything. I just see the picture. There's a few words, right? I could get it. But Jessica, when you were talking about respect, I could feel the way your energy sits in your being. And so I had like another dimension to understanding what you were talking about the work ethics and the respect. And then there was also, oh, I see. I actually feel what you're saying because I feel how your energy sits in your being, and everybody else can feel that too. And they know they're not going to mess with you. Not only that, they don't want to because they also feel your honesty, which they can trust.
Yeah.
So hearing your words and your tone and seeing your body language all opened up another dimension of an energetic feeling to bring depth to understanding what you were trying to communicate. And that's anytime that I mean, I use that to help me bring discernment to relationship coaching clients, but I also use that in any experience in life where that's important. I mean, being human means being able to connect and be real, and being able to feel that additional energetic dimension helps me to connect in a real way with people.
I wanted to. Oh, go ahead, Jessica.
We can't hear you. You're muted.
I said, go ahead, Jessica.
No,
I
you're.
said, oh
Yeah.
no, I was muted. I think that's beautiful. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people don't connect in that way when it comes to, especially with me, because on the mental health side, it was hard for me to connect with people, especially on the empathetic side, because I didn't feel like they understood what I was trying to say
Mm-hmm.
because I was in such A class with
Mm-hmm.
the A personality, and I was surrounded by A personalities that they were like, just buck up and let's go, move forward, instead of being with the B personalities with like, let's take a moment and, hug it out and cry it out. No, it was move forward, let's go, push forward. You can go home and cry in the corner later.
Look, when Miss Shauna was talking about the just feeling the energy and having like as a requirement to have empathy with the people who she works with, I felt that 100% because that was one of my prayer. I remember Derek Prince. He said, I don't know if y'all heard about Derek Prince, but he was saying how if you don't have compassion for the people who God sent you to, you might as well not do it. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
you might as well not do it. And that had been my prayer, to give me compassion for everyone that God sent me to, especially towards these kids, because he sent me to them first. And oh Lord. Anyway, but I had dreams. I had dreams about, until it's crazy because I didn't stop having these dreams until I figured out why I kept having these dreams. Um, and now I'm not afraid to have the dreams anymore. But I've never told anyone this out loud, so I'm okay. I'm not afraid. I'm going to say it. But I had these dreams about my husband would always be cheating on me with somebody, and I would say, I thought you weren't. I thought you said you wouldn't do this again. I thought, like, because, and I will remember the last dream I had when he said he wouldn't do it again. It was repeated dreams, um, repeated dreams over and over and over again about my husband stepping out. And then I woke up mad, of course, like, people do. Did that really happen? And so I kept having it. And I remember I spoke to this one lady, and she was like, of course, thinking what everyone thinks. Um, you were going to ask if you could stand behind for a few questions in a separate meeting.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay, so are you going to show your face? Because I'm over here scared a little bit. Just let me hear your voice first, because I don't want nobody bombing me. Look, I don't mind. I would like to hear your voice before we do that. For real, for real. If you feel where I'm coming from, seriously, you understand. Please let me hear your voice. I would appreciate that. Um, and so anyway, my husband, in my dreams, it was like it was always some type of cheating scenario, and I would be, when I tell you, I would be crushed. I would be so hurt. And this lady, she was like, "What do you think? God is trying to tell you something?" And then she would kind of talk about her own experience when God was trying to tell her something about her husband. And I said, "No, I've already asked God about that. He told me that, my husband wouldn't do that." And but I kept having those dreams. Like, I'm serious. Like, I wasn't just saying that he wouldn't do it. I mean, I don't put nothing past nobody. But in my heart, I believe that, that's what the Lord was telling me, that he wouldn't do it. But I would still have these dreams, and I would wake up like, oh my gosh, my heart was ripped out of my chest. Like, it would be like, because it wasn't even the fact that he cheated. Yeah, that was one thing. It was the fact that he acted like he didn't want me anymore. Um, I was okay as long as he wanted to work it out. And I finally understood. It was one time I was like, I felt like I was in this dream, like it was crazy. Ooh, it hurt. My heart was, it was broken. Um, but that's when the Lord said, I want you to feel the pain of the women who I'm sending you to help.
Mm.
I want you to feel, and that's why we're talking about compassion and empathy.
Mm.
Because if you don't understand what they're going through, you're just gonna say, stop crying, you know? But that's the people who I'm sent to, right? And I'm supposed to help them from that aspect. And see, that's why we got to know what we're for, because you might be the one to say stop crying,
Mhm.
but God didn't send me to say that. And I have to know what God told me to do, so I won't be judging you for what he told you to do.
Mhm. Mhm.
And when I felt that, like, I'm like, that's why I start saying, I feel what you're talking about, because I literally felt your heart being ripped out before you start talking to me about it. Even though it wasn't my own experience, I had to feel that. And I felt it in so many different ways. Best friends, like I would have a dream about my best friend being with my husband, but it wasn't really them. It was because of what God knew, women who, experience these situations, he was going to bring those women to me. And I have encountered so many women with these deep, 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 deep heart um issues. And that's why I respond the way I respond in that group. I don't respond that way everywhere. I know that I'm dealing with broken people who are hurt.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
respond. I am, I would say I am commissioned to respond in a certain way with care. And I
Mhm.
take that very seriously. And sometimes people think I'm sugarcoating. I'm not. You will be surprised of what I want to say. I have to filter what I want to say so they won't get the flesh, but they'll get the spirit instead. And
Mhm.
so that compassion, it really, really resonated with, and that we only on, look, we only on Miss Shauna. I told you. Oh, she left the meeting. Oh, well, Destiny left. Um, I'm happy that you were here. And she did send some good points. Maybe she might be rejoining from a camera that will work. But anyway, Daniela, talk. How will you use speaking for your benefit? Or how have you used it for your benefit?
Right now I'm using it when it comes to the social media platform. So that's how I'm utilizing it right now.
You're using it how, what now?
For my social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. Talk that way, but I'm learning to manage it so my videos are not minutes and minutes and minutes long of me just chatting. So it's learning how to manage it and stuff right now, but I'm using it in that sense.
Okay, so you're using your voice, I'm sorry, on social media so people can start hearing you and the message that you have to say. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Yes, in a way, yes. And I want to do more with it.
You want to do more.
Yeah.
All right. And I don't know if that's mine. Can y'all hear that feedback?
It looked like it was coming from
Yeah.
me, just based
Okay.
who was lighting up.
Okay. So Miss Juliet, passion and patience. How are you using that for your benefit?
I think my thing is drawing like-minded women and men to me. Ones who really want to work their business, who really care, who really want to put in the work when I'm speaking to them and telling them things. So I think, that helps me with bringing in more clients my way to a certain extent, and more people who really want to help and not just come in for their own gain um, to me. But I think that's how it's helping me. I just need
Okay.
to push myself out there a little bit more.
Yeah. That was something I think we were talking about, me and Shauna. Was that you who was on the call? Well, I don't know who it was. No, I spoke to somebody else. I haven't spoke to a lot of people, but it was like that people who really want to like a partnership type thing. Like for instance, with your business, you're passionate about what you do. You like helping people, but you want people to appreciate you and help you too. It's like I want to help you with
Right.
your design. Don't you want me to eat?
Exactly.
You don't want me to
Is
eat?
that part? That part. And my
So
biggest thing is that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
right,
So I'm there to be that extra person to help you not be in business by yourself. So,
right.
and I do other stuff too. I have a special need community that I'm forming. So
Yeah.
I'm passionate about that. And it's so weird because I have to reword how I say it now, because I used to always say I have two special needs sons. Well, my oldest son is off his IEP, and now he's on all advanced classes. So I
Your
just
oldest
now
son is
have just my
autistic?
youngest. No, my youngest son is autistic. My oldest son, he just has speech delay and a cognitive delay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so,
Okay.
yeah, since they was three, both of them been on IEPs, been in the, special need arena, to a
Mhm.
certain extent. And now my oldest son is in eighth grade. He came off of his IEP last year, and he's in
Wow,
all online
congratulations.
classes. Yeah, so so I'm just helping. I want to help other parents understand that our kids are not their labels. So,
Yeah.
I'm doing a couple of different things, but those are my passions, being
Yeah.
creative, but also helping other parents
Yeah.
go through life with having special need kids.
Absolutely, because
Um,
that special needs ain't no joke. That is very difficult.
no, it
Very,
is
very
very,
difficult.
and
Very
unless you're
difficult.
going through it, you cannot sympathize or
Yeah.
empathize with a
And I
parent
remember
who
this,
is going through.
right. This one man, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was like, um, we are the parents, and he doesn't have any children, mind you. And the child is a child. So when we tell little Johnny to be quiet and go to your room, little Johnny gonna be quiet and go to his room. We're the parents. We're the authority. God made us the head of the house. And I said, well, what if little Johnny doesn't understand that he needs to be quiet and he's just screaming at the top of his lungs? What you gonna beat him into his? What you gonna beat him quiet? And because I have my son in special needs. My
Okay.
oldest son, he has a speech delay, and he got some other type of delay, but he's speeding up. But seriously, no, my son is like, he's 5, but he talks like a, I want to say 2.5-year old, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so his mind is underdeveloped as well, but it's developing. I shouldn't have said that. I should have spoken differently over him. Bentley's mind is developing. I should have said that.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And so like you said, you're encouraging, you're passionate about parents. You have to teach parents how to speak over your child. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Mm-hmm.
say that your child is
Mm-hmm.
mind is underdeveloped, you know?
Yeah, my kids didn't even know they had special needs, or that they had been in co-taught classrooms until 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
And my kids was like, "What?" And I was like,
Wow.
not that I was hiding it from them, but I just
Yeah.
always taught them.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain, but I treated them like they were normal to a certain extent. Like
Yeah.
I know they had issues, and I would reword my word and different things like that to make sure that they understood what I was saying. But
Mhm.
people around me, it was just a need to know if I was leaving when I never left my kids to anybody. So when I finally told our story a couple of years ago, everybody was like, "What? He homosexual? Where?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's how hard I've worked with my son. That
Mhm.
you don't see that in him,
Yeah.
but
Like,
trust me,
yeah.
it's
And
been
so
a
I
whole
get what
bunch of work."
I listen, I understand. And so that's what you meant about the labels. And so now,
Yeah,
listen, we are, wow, they got us doing a lot. Running on time, but we can go kind of quickly through this one because I know we're running on time. Ooh, my goodness. Those little Pornhub moments set us behind. But this is we just really got two more. This is about leaving it in 2024. Super simple. And we don't have to write anything down, but just name something that you want to leave in 2024 or that you've left in 2024. A habit, mindset, a fear. We already talked about what we were going to pick up, what we want to focus on. But what have you left in 2024, or what we're going to make sure that you leave in 2024? Let's start with you, Miss Shauna.
I I don't know. The one thing that occurred to me, okay, is that well, hmm, I've been working on how do I uh, build a business, which means holding a space that can hold more and more and more people. How do I do that in ways that work for my own energy? And I think that I had a certain level of can't in the first half of 2024. And I started to, in the second half of 2024, I started to add one thing and commit to it. And my consistency would, but then I'd stabilize. And then I could do that with my energy. And then I'd add one more thing. And then things would destabilize, but I'd stabilize. So I think what occurs to me that I'm leaving behind in 2024 is the idea that I can't, and yet what it's replaced by, what that I can't or don't want to, because I am an introvert and because my energy runs out if I'm too out there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's the can't I'm leaving behind. It's being replaced by I can, as long as I do it in a way that I'm honoring myself and my energy in a rhythm that feels in pace with what's honest for my own self-care.
Okay. And you, Miss Jessica, what are you
Not
leaving?
being not being offended anymore.
That
Hmm.
is so
Because
good.
a lot of people take offense to a lot of things and their feelings get hurt. And mm, if I am going to forgive these people and forget and move on with my life, I gotta be like Jesus.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
right.
that means taking no offense. Because if I'm taking offense, that means I'm taking offense not only against God's children, but I'm taking offense against Jesus as well.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
good.
I
Yeah,
gotta forgive.
leaving. You gotta forgive. Leaving the bitterness in 2024. I know that's right. Daniela, what about you?
Mm, I will say fear.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would say fear. Yeah, I
Okay.
had to leave
That's
fear in 2024. Like um, fear of talking, standing up for myself, saying what needs to be said. Fear of being in camera, letting people into the different aspect of me. Just fear, or fear of repeating mistake and holding my own self back, thinking that something will happen again. Just, yeah, fear. Letting fear and knowing that I'm worth fighting for, I'm worth taking the chances, I'm worth um continuing and putting myself out there and allowing what needs to happen to happen. So yeah.
Yeah. I like what Miss Jessica said in the comments. She said, I'm really trying hard to change one thing at a time. And it takes one day at a time. And that is so, listen, that is so what I was talking about, even when I was creating this thing. We can only work on one thing at a time. And sometimes one thing is going to take 1 year or even 2 years, or even more. But one thing, I remember that's what the Lord was talking about. One is it section? Yeah, one section at a time. And so I'm going to go ahead and say yes, I have to leave fear behind as well, because it's just the opposite of courage. When I said I was moving into 2025 with courage, I'm leaving 2024. I'm leaving fear in 2024 because it's going to stop me from doing what I know I should be doing, and I will not be stopped. So I will not back down. I was quiet for a time, and I was supposed to be quiet, but I had been refined in
Mm.
the fire. I have been smoothed out. My heart has been corrected, and I have been told to speak. Sometimes it is difficult, but I got to leave fear. I have to leave fear in 2024. What about you, Miss Juliet? What are you leaving in 2024?
I think as everybody was talking and speaking, I think we said the word introvert a lot
Mhm.
on the call. And I think I'm leaving that behind because we're in, keep saying that I'm an introvert. I use that as an excuse, um, along with fear and all the other stuff that I know I can do and that I am doing. So to continue to say that I'm an introvert, I just need to leave that in 2024. And I don't know. um, and just staying in my purpose. Yes, that's what I'm leaving in 2024.
Okay, great. So we did that exercise to create a sense of closure and empowerment in the new year. And so we're almost done. But this is good because it's just like actionable. It's called One Bold Steps, and we don't have to make this long at all because we're about to close out. But reflect on and share one bold step that you'll take this week. And I want to say this real quick. When I do these sessions, it's not to cover your whole life, like your whole 2024. This is just something that can take us into the next week. Like we said, one step at a time, one bold step at a time. So what is one thing that you can do to act on your purpose right now? Or what's one step that you've been hesitant to take, but you know you need to take? And the thing is, we kind of do these each week, but think about what's going on in this week, and I'll repeat that question. You can either answer what's one thing you can act on concerning your purpose right now, or what's one thing you've been hesitant to take, what's one step you've been hesitant to take, but you know you need to take. And we're just talking about right now, what you need to do next week. Who want to go first?
I'll
It's
go.
just mm-hmm.
Staying bold in my faith, continuing on this journey with the devotional. So the challenge that U version came out with last year was to spend 1 hour with God. And so with that devotional that I've been doing with the other
It's
young
on
ladies,
you version.
yes.
I mean, you need to send me that.
Okay. So it's 1 hour with God, but the devotional that I do is actually on Telegram. So I'll send you that too.
Okay, I
And
just got Telegram.
and it is Open Hearts with God, and we do it at 6:45 Monday through Friday, and on Saturday at 8 o'clock. And I get up at 5:30. I say my devotional with the Lord myself, and then, or at least I try to, because if I'm not too tired, and I know the Lord is like that girl, and I know it. I'm like, Lord, Daddy, you know I'm tired. So I still get up and I still do the devotional with the rest of the ladies and the gents at 6:45, and then I go about my day. But throughout my day, I'm still saying my three scriptures and my, because I do collection of scriptures throughout the day. So my goal last year that started this whole devotional train was to spend 1 hour with God, just 1 hour with Daddy, giving him my first fruits first thing in the morning. And what started that was when I was in Iraq. I was in his country. I was in the cradle of where he started it. And I was like, you know what, Lord? I'm listening to this song by the Straight Gate Mass Choir called Early. And it starts off with, Early I seek your face, oh God. So I'm drawing near to you so you can draw near to me, and I'll feel your presence first thing in the morning. I'm giving you my first fruits before anything else that I do in any of my day. I'm talking to you first, Lord. Before I even get up out of this bed, I'm giving my heart, my mind, my soul, my love to you first. So that was my passion last year. It'll be my passion again this year. I made it through the year. There might have been a couple of days where I was like, I'm tired, Lord. Nope, I can't, because the devil is still out here trying to
Yes.
do do people in.
Mm.
I'm going to be committed. I'm
Mhm.
going to say those scriptures. I'm going to read the word. I'm going to say those prayers every single day. If he has those kids out here on the corner slinging dope, I'm going to be
Mhm.
slinging for my Lord.
Come on.
So I said it again and again. And when people ask me, why are you still reading them scriptures? Because the devil still got them kids out there slinging dope.
Okay. That was so empowering. Like that was so in like that was really inspiring. Like it really was. I needed that because like you said, I'd be tired, but I still be like I'm not always on the 5:30 a.m. like you are.
Yes.
But but that was super empowering. Um listen, what were we who that was a good one. We can all take that one home. But that I love that Miss Shawn, is there anything you want to share about the one bold step that you can act on your purpose right now?
Sure, sure. I do have to say that I totally went for the ride with what you were sharing, Jessica, and I was totally at a certain point just enjoying the energy of what you were sharing, and I'm like, I have no idea what the question was.
Me neither. I forgot too.
Um, so the most pressing thing I think for me to do this week is to finish clarifying the mission, vision, and outline for my group coaching program so that I can send out invitations to the shortlisted people who said they want to be in it so far.
Awesome. That is awesome. You can do it. You can make that list longer.
Thank
Absolutely. Because I want to come. I didn't get an invitation.
you.
Yeah. So what's one bold step? I mean, you know, Miss Jessica, I really love I'm gonna take what she said. I just want to because I know that my life is aligning, like everything is just aligning. It's aligning, and sometimes when things are aligning, you gotta move stuff around, like you gotta shift things around, and it feels uncomfortable. So my goal is just to be with God in everything that I do, like abide, because my life is different. Sometimes I don't even want to get into it, but my life is not on a schedule like that all the time. Like I am spur of the moment. I might be up late this night. I have to force myself to sleep sometimes. Um, or I might be on this prayer call this time, or I might be on the one in the morning. So it's like it's all different things going on. And so my main thing is abiding with the Lord, learning how to talk with him and to him in every single moment, because it says men ought to always pray. So I
Mhm.
can't just, I would, at one point, I would get religious, like I couldn't really pray unless I was sitting in that one chair in that one room. And I had to, or if I didn't read this particular book, or I needed to make sure I read every one chapter of this book, one chapter of that book. And then it became more of an obligation versus that natural, like Miss Shauna always talks about, that natural. And so mine is just abiding. It's sometimes it's difficult because I do like the structure, but I think just learning to be led by the spirit is where I'm at right now. And yeah, just one day at a time, one day at a time. And I'm over here thinking about so many different things. But even when it comes to cleaning up, I need to, when I leave from here, I'm going to just go ahead and clean up my desk. That's one step so that I can start doing those small things. Because it's really a habit. Like if you are used to getting up and not cleaning your desk, then you take that every area in your house, and next thing you know, your house is yeah. And so my thing is just learning to do those little, and I know I said a lot, but it's like one thing at a time. Just clean up your desk. So anyway, once we get up here, I'm gonna clean up my desk. Um, Miss Danielle, and let's be quick because I know we gotta go. We shouldn't have been on here this long. I'm so sorry, Miss Daniela, and then Miss Julia. Ooh. Oh, that's a dog. Hold on, is that a dog?
That's
Whoa.
Danny. It's hard.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can't understand through the robot.
Hello?
That
Is that a
works.
dog?
A doll? Where?
So I think just mute your phone real quick. I think something's going on with your thank you. I think something's going on with your speaker. I thought that was it's something going on with your speaker. But it didn't do that the other day. But Miss Juliet, can you go ahead and you can be figuring out what's going on with your speaker or your phone. And Miss Juliet, can you let us know the one bold step?
I kind of ditto everything y'all said, and
Yeah.
and you will be talking about the desk since I'm sitting in front of my desk that need to be cleaned up. So apparently, I'm doing that this week
So we
and
all
giving
got to
God my first fruit.
oh, that's so good. So let's let's um let's just make a declaration that we want to end with. Um and I like this one. And see if you agree with this. We declare that 2025 is our year of boldness, growth, and purpose. We have everything we need to thrive, and we are stepping into it with courage and clarity. Okay. So please repeat after me. I'm going to kind of go slow, but I want us to try to say this together. Okay. All right. So we declare that I'm sorry, we declare that 2025 is our year of boldness,
We declare
We declare that 2025 is our year of boldness,
growth, and purpose.
growth,
growth, and purpose.
We have everything we need to thrive,
We have
We have
everything we need
everything we
to
need to
thrive,
thrive.
and we are stepping into it with courage and clarity.
and we are stepping into it with courage and clarity.
Amen. Listen, it seems like we all belong to the Lord on this one, so somebody need to pray us out. I usually don't do this. I usually don't do this, but Miss Juliet, pray us out, please.
Sorry, I was eating a Skittle when you said that. I'm so sorry.
It's
Father
okay.
God, I just thank you right now, Lord. I just thank you for allowing me to be able to find this amazing group of women, like-minded women that I've been searching for, and just being able to be in their presence tonight, Father God. And I just thank you for the leader who you placed this on her heart to do and to minister to us, because like I tell my people, our business is not just businesses, but it's a ministry. It's a ministry unto you, Father. And I just thank you for that. I thank you for the opportunity. I thank you for our lives. I thank you for allowing us to see 2025, Father God. And everything that happened in 2024, it will stay there. And that you will help us to
Amen.
grow in 2025 and do all the things that we know that we need to do and that we have not done for you, Father. Like giving you our first fruit soon as we wake up, and just getting to know you better, Father God, so that we can have a better ability to work our business and level up our lives, Father God. And I just thank you
Amen.
for tonight. I thank you for everything each woman has said. Lord, you know their prayers, you know what they're in need of. And I just pray that you answer those prayers and do those things that they're needing, Father God. In your son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. I'm going to can I end this recording? Let me end this recording. I want to get your email. If you're okay with me adding you. It's not to just blow up your email. It's just so that you can be notified, because I can't see your number. Let me
Oh,
stop the
sure.
recording.
Yeah.